The Hanging Gardens of Babylon are described as one of the greatest wonders of the ancient world. Yet no original plans, drawings, or construction records survive. What remains are fragments, Greek descriptions, regional engineering habits, and the physical limits of ancient Babylon itself.
This means any serious reconstruction must begin with one rule, not imagination, but constraints. What materials existed, what labor was available, and what engineering problems the Babylonians actually faced.
Babylon was built on soft alluvial soil, formed by centuries of river flooding. Heavy stone structures on this ground were unstable. Any multi-level garden would have risked sinking, cracking, or collapsing under its own weight.
The climate posed a second challenge. Southern Mesopotamia was hot, dry, and unforgiving. Rainfall was unreliable, meaning constant artificial irrigation was not optional, it was essential.
The final challenge was scale. Ancient accounts describe trees, not shrubs. Large-rooted plants require deep soil, structural support, and a continuous water supply. So before beauty, symbolism, or legend, the Hanging Gardens were first and foremost an engineering problem. To survive Babylon's soil, the gardens would have required a raised foundation, not earth, stone. Historical evidence confirms that the Babylonians imported large stone blocks from northern regions, despite the cost. This alone suggests the gardens were a royal-level construction project, not a decorative addition. Between stone layers, builders likely used bitumen natural asphalt, common in Mesopotamia. Bitumen sealed canals, walls, and flood defenses. This layered base stone, bitumen, stone, would have prevented groundwater damage and soil erosion. Without it, irrigation would have slowly destroyed the structure from below. The foundation likely rose several meters above ground level. Not for grandeur, but for survival, keeping roots dry and stone stable. Only after solving the ground problem could construction move upward. Despite the name, the gardens were not truly hanging. Ancient descriptions point to step terraces, rising gradually like a man-made hillside. This design mirrors Mesopotamian architecture, especially ziggurats, structures built in receding levels to distribute weight safely. Each terrace would have rested on stone vaults or arches. These arches transferred weight outward, reducing pressure on the foundation below. This approach prevented total collapse. If one section failed, the entire structure would not immediately fall. Stone walkways on each level allowed access for gardeners, irrigation maintenance, and royal visitors. What appeared effortless from afar was, in reality, a carefully balanced stone system disguised by greenery. Water was the true miracle of the Hanging Gardens. Not its presence, but its movement. The Euphrates River flowed nearby, but lifting water upward required mechanical innovation. Buckets, ropes, and vertical shafts were already known in the region. The most plausible system was a continuous chain pump, a loop of containers rotating upward, powered by human or animal labor. Rather than lifting water to the top all at once, it was likely raised level by level, feeding each terrace independently. Channels carved into stone distributed water across the soil, minimizing waste and evaporation in the extreme heat. This system transformed gravity from an enemy into a controlled tool. Deep soil beds allowed large trees, cedar, palm, fig, to survive. Reed layers and bitumen beneath prevented root damage and structural leaks. Maintaining the gardens required constant labor. This was not passive beauty. It was a living machine demanding daily operation. Only an empire with wealth, manpower, and administrative control could sustain such a project. Under Nebuchadnezzar II, Babylon reached that level of power. The gardens were not merely personal, they were political. They demonstrated something radical for the ancient world, that nature itself could be engineered, elevated, and controlled. Whether the Hanging Gardens truly stood in Babylon or elsewhere, the idea alone reshaped how civilizations imagined power. Not through conquest alone, but through mastery of systems.